Normally we just think about Christmas this time of year, but what about all the other holidays happening right now? Reverend Marsha is here from Bluegrass United Church of Christ to talk about other celebrations that are happening in other faiths as well. Welcome to the show, my friend.
Thank you for having
I love
me.
you coming on.
Yeah, I
You're
love
my
to be
friend.
here. Yes.
She's one of my friends, everyone. Alrighty, I thought it was really interesting when my team said to me, let's have a conversation about the other faiths and the meanings of their religion around this time of the year. Okay, so since you're obviously a Christian minister, what are the primary observations around faith? Obviously everyone knows about Christmas, but what other main observances are primary to the Christian faith?
Well, a lot of them begin in November and go into January.
Yep.
Like with Muslims, they recognize the birth of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, which is always said when you say the word Muhammad.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
What do you say?
Peace be upon him.
Okay.
And it's a respect for that religion, and I learned that from my Muslim friends.
Yes.
And so that's on November the 20th. And then the Sikhs recognize in November, on the 23rd, they recognize the birth of Guru Nanak Dev Lai, which is the founder of their faith.
I'm glad
the
you
first
had
of
to
10
say that.
gurus. That's right, exactly. So, you know, that happens a lot in November. And then in December, a lot of folks are familiar with the Jewish tradition of Hanukkah and lighting the menorah. And even in my house, I have a menorah that I light because I think it's a wonderful representation of lighting. And Christians, a lot of folks don't know, even as Christians, that many folks observe Advent, which is the preparation for Christmas, which is also lighting candles. And in Buddhism, on December 8th of this year, it's recognized as the awakening day from the Buddha. And so that's a really important holiday for them.
Okay, before we go on any further, let's talk a little bit about, you know, the conversation that people have out there in regards to saying Happy Christmas or Merry Christmas, or I wish you have a great Christmas. Where do you stand with that conversation?
Well, for me, Troy, and I just left a hair salon, and you know how folks talk in hair salons.
Yes.
So I did a little poll in there. But for me, it's about recognizing and respecting all other faiths. And to me, it's a huge step in really world peace and how we recognize each other. So what I say, if I know a person is Christian faith, I will say Merry Christmas. If I know they are Jewish, I will say Happy Hanukkah. If I'm unsure, I will say Happy Holidays.
So what do you, okay, but is it PC and politically correct to just say Happy Holidays?
That's what a lot of folks are going to. I think that's where it certainly is what schools do. They have holiday parties instead of Christmas parties. It's certainly what a lot of retail places do. And I know there's a controversy because a lot of folks of the Christian faith say we're taking Christ out of Christmas.
Well, what does that mean, though, when they say we're taking Christ out of Christmas? I don't quite get that part.
Well, I think that, and I've talked to some folks about this, that they feel like that is the Christian holiday, that one and Easter. And so, but I've talked to them and I've said, don't you see that respecting other faiths is a good thing? And you're not taking Christ out of Christmas because as Christians we believe that Christ and God lives through us. And so wherever I am, I hope there's a part of holiness because I'm trying to live that life. I'm not always good at it and certainly make mistakes. But
well, I think everyone makes mistakes.
Yeah, so it's like the same thing I think with folks who say we've taken God out of schools. But there's a lot of very deep people of deep faith that are in schools teaching and being there. And so, I don't know, I think that a little bit, to be honest, I think it's a little arrogant of us to think as Christians we are the dominant tradition. In fact, statistics are showing that by 2030 we will be the minority religion.
Really?
Yes.
Why do you think it's important as a community now, and we're probably going to have to go to break, but that we should honour other friends and family and communities' faith?
Since becoming a minister, I've really been involved and committed to interfaith work because I truly believe, I really do believe that it's our path to world peace, in that we are respecting each other. And I'm not claiming that my path to God is any more valid than the Muslim tradition or the Buddhist tradition or the Hindu tradition. I had a great-great-grandmother, full-blooded Cherokee. She wasn't Christian.
Right.
So, but she was a person of deep faith. And so I just think that God is big enough for all of us.
And I think that's the conversation we're going to keep with this back after this short break, everyone. You're watching Midday.